The Southern African Development Community SADC, together with the ongoing support from the Federal Republic of Germany via the Deutsche Gesellschaft für internationale Zusammenarbeit GIZ, strives for a politically stable, socially just and a sustainable, economically developed SADC region.
Germany tries to support SADC as an organization, the SADC Secretariat, but also the member states, to achieve the goals they have set for themselves.
We have family, as for now, of 15 member states. They have a treaty, and the treaty is basically the constitution of SADC.
Regional integration is nothing else but solving cross-border problems in a cross-border collaborative effort.
The focus of German development cooperation in the SADC water sector is on the establishment and strengthening of international river basin organizations and also on information and knowledge management, including awareness raising.
SADC has understood that and created an organ specifically working for peace and security when it comes to the mediation of conflicts and the prevention of conflicts even more.
I hope that the SADC region will be a peaceful region, respect of human rights, and strengthening democracy. Second, that we are self-sufficient in terms of food, so that SADC can play its role in promoting the integration of Africa.
Lest we forget, there once was a dream that refused to be forgotten. It was the dream for a nation's unity, a dream for all to be equal and to be at peace under the African sun. The hope that this dream sparked became a journey, and that journey became a struggle. The struggle of a society bleeding for fairness and equality to be served. This is the story of an institution that has become a monument to social justice as it answered the cries of its people. This is the story of the struggle and the CCMA.
Trade unions realized that there was not going to be any purpose whatsoever. And these were all collected up over a period of a year and a half. And they were taken to Johannesburg. And there they were molded into different clauses that are now the subject of the Freedom Charter, and which is the basis of the Constitution of South Africa.
Corporate social investment and responsibility is not merely writing out checks. To make a meaningful difference and to ensure genuine change, CSI requires winning partnerships that assist with community development, empower educational and entrepreneurial growth, and improve the odds of a better tomorrow.
Through our various trusts, Piedmont and all its properties strive towards making long-lasting changes.
In my opinion, the Trust selects worthy candidates, both in character and in ability, and the Trust should continue its amazing work.
You have made a huge difference in my life. I don't know where I would be today if it wasn't for you.
And I want to say thank you to everybody. I'm the child of Piedmont, and I thank them very much.
Against the backdrop of South Africa's constitutional democracy,
The Municipal Demarcation Board, the MDB, has throughout its existence tirelessly committed itself to working with citizens, groups and communities to create functional and viable municipalities that provide decent quality services and meet the social and economic needs of all communities.
The work of the MDB over the years has contributed towards building an effective system of local government.
The reason why we approaching another municipality is because of the distance.
It makes it impossible for access from one village to the other.
The Demarcation Board obviously did a study because they could not just do anything willy-nilly without the study. It's only scientific. And they realized the disparity in the previous decision and then lined it as it is now.
The IPPF Africa region is a beacon of hope in Africa.
6 years ago, my father told me about vasectomy. He had heard the procedure. I accepted to go to the clinic to learn more about it, and the staff explained everything to me.
I had also heard about an FGAE project for the prevention of early marriage. Project members in my area regularly organize discussions on early marriage and how to prevent it. A lady in the neighborhood introduced me to IPPF's Family Health Options Kenya. They have been of great help to me. I have undergone counseling and my attitude towards men and life has changed for the better.
The adoption of contraceptives has had a positive impact on our lives in the village. I have lived in this village for 2 years. During this time, I noticed that the frequency of childbirths had declined.
IPPF Africa region is passionate about serving all individuals and their families in Africa. We are committed to the highest standards of care in meeting the reproductive health needs of every woman, man and young person to stay healthy, live longer and have productive lives together with their families. The International Planned Parenthood Federation Africa region. From choice, a world of possibilities.
The Media, Information and Communication Technologies Sector Education and Training Authority, known as the MICT-SETA, was established in terms of the Skills Development Act of 1998.
MICT is playing a very big role in South Africa, and that role makes me feel as a proudly South African, more especially as a young black woman. You feel like you being empowered.
Big Fish aims to produce socially responsible, progressive filmmakers keen to transform society.
Once you come out of this institution, like you're ready to go into any production.
I set up Big Fish in order to take a wide range of young black talented people to train them to become the filmmakers of the future and to become really a new generation of storytellers.
For them specifically, I wanted to give opportunities to people who ordinarily wouldn't have the opportunity to come into this industry.
I learned a lot of the basics, like the stuff that I needed to know generally as the knowledge I should just have as soon as I walk in, but a lot of it was learning.
Our mission is really to support the local ICT industry in various ways. One of those ways is in developing skills for the sector.
We begin with project management because you need to be able to manage yourself, to be able to manage a project, to be able to be organized and to be able to plan.
People learn by doing, and by doing they're building their CV.
It's development for myself. I get to learn so much and I still get experience and I still get the diploma.
As a major contributor to the South African economy, Airports Company South Africa, also known as AXA, is opening up a world of possibilities for impoverished and previously disadvantaged communities through its socio-economic development program.
AXA renovated the lab entirely and completely from what it used to be before. It has really helped us and my marks have really improved, I have to say.
This year we're going to get 100% because AXA have managed to improve our school in the good condition, even environment now it's harmonious.
80% of Blikkiesdorp's people at present is unemployed. So we came up with this idea by AXA and saying, listen, can't we start with a skills development project? But the skills development project must only be for housing.
I feel good about the program. I feel great about the program. It's a great opportunity for the youth of Blackstone.
I always tell my students that just because they are bricklayers now doesn't mean they'll be bricklayers for the rest of their lives. They can open their businesses and they can be lecturers just like me.
I feel that people's dignity were taken away from them when they were moved into Blackstone. And one of the things is we need to restore people's dignity, because that is the main thing. If you're living without dignity, you're not human anymore. We don't want to move into another tent. And now, if you see the women on that project, right, how proud they actually are, that they can lay a brick and start building their own house.
The Innovation Hub is Africa's first internationally accredited science and technology park and is the leading knowledge-intensive business cluster in South Africa. It is the strategic intent of the Innovation Hub, through providing innovative spaces, to increase Gauteng's economic growth and global competitiveness.
The issues of entrepreneurship are quite important because of the high unemployment in our country, and therefore a significant focus on various initiatives looking at incubating set-up companies.
The Innovation Hub is a science and technology smart center that continuously provides a dynamic entrepreneurial spirit to develop and drive innovation and adds value towards Gauteng's economic growth and global competitiveness.
When they come in, they can hardly do anything, and they go home and they hop in and skip in with their mother and so on. It is really satisfying, because you can say, you know, my little input that I gave enables that child to go back home in a healthy state, in a better state that they came in. So that is one of the reasons why people work here, and that I'm still here. Yes.